I took my first Vespa ride with Ludwig finally.
Yeah.
The first on the back ride. No.
Quarter chub.
If he did, I couldn't feel it.
I don't think it counts if he can't, if he can't feel
Yeah.
it.
Right.
So,
That's right.
but we had to go. We were just going to pick up food, and we had to go to the bank. And it's me and him. You're on your flight to go to the show, and you're busy. I don't know if there was a reason for you to come at the beginning, but I think we might have needed your help. There was a reason we couldn't get a hold of you, and you might have been able to help. But we show up at the bank, and you don't have your debit card or your ID. That's why we're there, is for Ludwig to do a very basic change with his checks or something.
No, I had to withdraw $200,000 fucking dollars to play poker.
This was for the poker.
Yeah, but it's an adjustment to a check.
It's a more complicated thing.
But the amount doesn't really affect anything.
It does a little bit.
The money change, Aiden.
Yeah, the money change.
Yeah.
He was like, it's whatever.
So
it's only 200
To be
large.
clear, he's the one showing up to the bank without his debit card or his ID.
I have my ID. I also needed my debit card. I didn't know that.
You didn't have your... Oh.
You are dumb.
But they sent us away. They're like, you need to come back later. And then I ask for a thing that I need to do while I'm there. And it requires... there's this whole issue of me not being able to get into our company bank account because I need the passcode, the security passcode. And I need Ludwig or you present there to make this change at the bank.
That's level of security, baby.
But we can't do it because he doesn't have his fucking bank.
Wait, but he has his ID.
There's also, I made Nick Yingling when he started, he swallowed, he covered a cassette tape in wax and swallowed it. So and you have to play that cassette tape. So you have to cut open Nick Yingling and then play this tape.
And then you have to do the dance from the pacifier, but backwards.
And all the
your
passwords are in there.
Knows what a cassette tape looks like, and it knows to avoid it.
Right. It stays. It stays in
your. It stays in the cassette player that's next to your kidneys.
Stays lodged.
You know what a vestigial organ is? So it just hangs out there.
Like next
we
to
haven't
Florida.
had Nick Yingling on board for very long, so I didn't want to. I don't want to cut him open yet. I figured I could wait a couple days.
That's respectful.
Tired
Well, you're talking about the story like I fucked you over. He's the one that fucked you.
You did fuck me.
Talk about how he fucked you.
Hold on,
though.
that's what I'm getting around to.
We'll
this.
both fill your holes.
I have not been able to log. I have not been able to log into the bank account unless I'm on Anthony's computer for a while. And this didn't matter. This didn't matter for a month because I didn't need to send any wires or anything. But we schedule it later in the day. We come back. We're both at the bank again. And I sit down with the banker lady who's going to solve this problem for me. And Ludwig is doing his own thing and comes back over. And I realize after she starts asking us both questions that me and Ludwig are the two worst possible people to have in this scenario. Because
you need Nick Yingling.
Neither of us have any of the answers to any of the questions she's asking.
She looked at us like we were idiots.
Yeah, she was like, you don't know the login to the company you own, to Ludwig. and then she's like, well, can you get the security code to get it in? And I'm like, well, you see, the guy who has that phone is on a plane right now.
Yeah.
We
He's
have none
fleeing.
of the tools or assets to access any of our own bank accounts.
That's good. That's good. to
I
hear.
didn't even know the business address.
I feel good.
Finally,
Left my job.
I
It's
tell
funny.
her that I have one login that'll work. It's Anthony's personal login because I remember that one because I've used it so much lately.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, I can't let you do that on my computer. But she's like, if you and she kind of motions at my laptop.
Oh, she's a crook?
She's like, if you do it on yours, you can just can do it then.
This is a test.
And I finally get into I get into the bank account and I look. She's like, go here. This is how you can access and set up other users and reset the security code for yourself. And I pulled up the page. This is after a month of not being able to get into this bank account. And I realized that I've been using the wrong username the entire time.
No fucking. Are you kidding me?
You set my username, and you set it to something really crass because all my bank accounts are the same. All my bank accounts are the same ID string that I've set up, right?
Uh-huh.
And I've been trying to use that because why? What else would I set up this under? Why would I ever set up anything else? But I forgot that you set up my bank account.
Really crass.
Archie, bleep it. I have to know.
It's but spelled out with numbers, and it's.
I remember telling you this to your fucking face.
I know, but I hadn't used the bank account in a month and a half.
And I said, you can change it. So you didn't want to.
And I was like, this will be fine, because I started using it. And but when you log into these accounts, it doesn't tell you if you fuck up the username or the password. It just says your login has failed. So in my head, I've forgotten the password. And I finally realized in front of this woman, after talking to her for like 40 minutes,
Oh my God, bro.
asking us security questions, logins about the company that he's a signee on, he doesn't know anything about.
Also, Aiden
we called you as you were taxiing to take off to try to get one piece of information.
Well played. All around.
I look at her, like I look up from my laptop and I was like, it's okay. I figured it out. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you know what? I just don't think it's going to be a problem anymore. And she's like, okay. Like, no, I just cannot explain to this woman.
Wait, did you remember the username?
Yes. No. It showed up on the bank in your account.
That is so fucking funny.
So we spent an hour at the bank answering her questions because you gave me like a crass fucking username.
He also diced himself because he was there.
What's new?
He was there and he was like, oh, I forgot my ID. And then I walked over and it was on the floor and he thought he left it at home.
Yeah.
Because it was the entire phone case.
This is at the end of the meeting. It's like I had to do something else while I was there too. And I'm like, fuck, dude, after all of this, like we went back and we're here again. And I don't have my wallet now. Like I'm the Ludwig. And then at the end of the meeting, she points at it and it's on the fucking floor. It's like, is that your guys's? And it's my wallet that we needed the whole time.
Dude, I love this woman looking at our bank account and seeing very high numbers and then seeing you two fucking chuckle fucks.
You're saying we can spend the stuff?
Dude, and you guys are getting a check amended for Hustler Casino for 200 large.
Yeah, that's what they are. They're chuckle fucks. That's what it is.
You're telling me this ain't doll hairs?
I thought they said doll hairs.
Isn't that crazy?
That
She must have been like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, when I told her like why we couldn't get the 2FA code, I was just like, yeah, we have this like burner phone at home. And she's like, you guys have a burner phone? Like, no, I'm like, no, it's not like that. Like we don't do anything illegal. Like it's just like we just call it the burner phone.
But it is a burner.
It's a burner. But we don't use it for conventional burner uses. Much less nefarious.